For the last 6 months or so, I've had the same two people nag me to do a video on their cars. So I've decided to do one video with both cars involved. They're not really two cars that can be compared really, but they are the same sort of breed of car. One of them is this. It's a BMW 335 petrol, and the other one is that. One of my favourite cars ever is an E46 M3. So this 335 is the M Sport Plus, which basically consists of these 19-inch alloy wheels, bigger brakes and Harman Kardon sounds. It's a 3-litre turbocharged straight-six engine which produces 306 brake horsepower. It's front engine rear-wheel drive, same as the M3. It's the same engine as the M135, the M235 and even the M2. 0-60 takes 5.4 seconds. Now the M3 is a 3.2 straight six, but this is 343 brake horsepower and it doesn't have a turbo. 0-60 takes around 5 seconds, so it's a little bit quicker to 60 than the 335. And the standard BMW trait is a front engine rear wheel drive. It's 335i time. Let's go. I'm going to change the steering wheel, sorry guys. You can feel the turbos, there's loads of low end power. The gearbox is lovely. Manual gearboxes on BMWs are great anyway, they're all pretty much the same. It's such a tight drive. This steering wheel is absolutely lovely. Both cars are a 6-speed manual and they do also both come in automatic versions. The SMG gearboxes that the M3 comes with, a lot of people don't particularly like them, but the newer automatic gearboxes in these BMWs are great. I am a huge fan of a manual gearbox. I love the mechanical use of it. I like the way you can select the gears as and when you want and drop from fourth to second and into the bend and just do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it. Right, let's just go down to first gear, and it's the back end there. The power is a joke. Bear in mind this car can be modded, you can tune this car. There's loads of low end power. That is a massive bonus to having a car with a turbo. It's a 3-litre 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. This is like perfection. That is how you get power delivery throughout the rev range. You do also have the option of getting this car remapped and getting more power out of it. It's not capped. There's so much more you can do with the engine on this car. But to be honest with you, it's surprisingly quick anyway. It's unbelievable. I'm not going to say how fast we're going, but it just puts the power down so well, and the way it just feels so rigid and so modern, so quality, is perfect. Such a perfect car to drive. Wow! I'm not sure where the rev limiter is, but we're right up to 7,000 then. It just keeps on pulling. On and on and on. This is an impressive car. It's surprising how well it grips as well around the bends. It doesn't have a limited slip diff, which it is a road car, which is quite nice. It's quite nice that it's safe, you know. Oh, I said that at just the time when the back end decided to skip out. But sometimes when you've got a limited slip diff, it's a little bit leery when it's got all the power going to the rear wheels and you're on a road. And we all like to get a bit excited at times as well. So It's brilliant, the way it puts the power down, I love it. Such an exciting car. Bear in mind this is just a 3 Series BM with a big engine. To look at, it just looks like a pretty looking M Sport BMW, but that power it gives you, it's just so exciting. I love it, absolutely love it. And of course, this car was built in 2013. It's so modern in it. All the buttons, the gadgets, the spec, it's got it all going on. I'm a huge fan. BMW just know how to build quality cars. The next car I'm driving is the M3. I have not driven an M3 for a long time. I'm looking forward to driving it, so let's go see how that drives. Obviously the first thing that you notice when you get in this M3 is it's got red leather.
With someone you are
which, back in the day when these cars come out, a lot of people were a bit unsure about red leather interior. But now it's a massive thing. People love red leather interior. But the first thing I noticed when I got in this car was it's got a full tank of fuel, and I've got the key for it. And I haven't driven one of these things for a long time. The guy that owns this car does not know what he's just let himself in for. One thing with these cars you'll never ever forget is the sound. They absolutely scream power. The raspy note that comes out the exhaust at about 2,500 revs is phenomenal. It's like nothing else. You'll never hear a car like it. And when these cars came out back in 2001, that was like their trademark. That was their note. Some people said that they didn't like it. Some people said that it sounded like there was something wrong with it. There's absolutely no way can anyone dislike the sound of this car. Surely, for a straight 6, this is not a V8, it's a straight 6, and it sounds like nothing else on the road. Oh, the back end lit up a little bit there. I must admit, although the excitement of driving this car again, let me do that window up. The excitement of driving this car again was probably more overpowering than the actual experience of driving it. I do feel, I hate to say this, and everyone who knows me is going to be a little bit shocked. After driving the 335, this feels surprisingly underpowered. Should I say that? Can I say that? We've all gone through a stage of wondering why all these German car manufacturers have put turbos on nearly every high performance car that they've got. And I think I've just realised why. This car is capped. The power delivery of this car is capped. You can't get any more power out of this car. You could do things like put a supercharger on or put a turbo on, but the car as it stands today, a remap, an exhaust, an air filter, none of that's going to do much for it at all. And these cars, they scream massive amounts of character. They have got so much going for them. They've got wide arches, like I said, they've got this red leather interior. They've got the seats are just lovely. They've got so much going for them. The chunky steering wheel, the 6-speed manual gearbox, but they just don't have the same potential as some of these modern BMWs. And I think nowadays that is the key. The 335, it does feel, I would say, like it's restricted, but it probably is restricted. The nice thing with that though is it doesn't matter, because you can just drive that to your nearest performance tuning specialist, spend about 300 quid on it, and you'll have another 50 brake horsepower, and it will deliver power like it never has before. Whereas this M3, you can't do that with this. It's not boring. I'm not going to say it's boring. It's amazing. These cars are an icon. This, in my opinion, is probably the best M3 ever made. This car is slowly going up in value. The 335 is slowly going down. But if you're a performance junkie or a petrol head, as much as I am, I think what I like is potential. I've deliberately tried not to compare these two cars because they can't really be compared. At the minute, this car's worth about £10,000 and the 335 is probably about double that. That's a 4-door saloon, this is a 2-door coupe. They're just not really compared cars, and obviously this car was built in 2002. It's 10 years older. It's over 10 years older. Credit to BMW though, because your cars have come so far since the day you built this car. This is an amazing car. It's a special car. It's iconic. It stood its ground in history, and I salute it for that. But it just goes to show that there was stacks more potential and room for growth when they built this car. I've not yet driven a new BMW M4, and I will do soon. I've just got a feeling that that car must be absolutely amazing. So to summarise this video, BMW, you have absolutely smashed it with every single car you've brought out. This, that 335, even the 320 diesels, they're all great, they're all beautiful. The interior in this car, although it's dated today, when it came out, I remember these cars. This was my favourite car, and probably is now. It's for a long time. I'm not even saying that BMW are the best manufacturer out there, because they're probably comparable to all the other German manufacturers. I just think it's great how they bring out a car and it just makes such a stance. When the new M4 came out, it was the thing to have, the talked about thing on Instagram, the talked about thing on YouTube. It was like everybody was excited about that car. The new M5, I know you've probably seen my M5 video, that car there was a V8 bi-turbo. This car here, when it came out, this was just such a special car. And if you had an M3 at any stage in time, you stood out on the road. You were seen as a massive petrol head and someone with loads of class. If you drove a BMW M3 at any stage in time, whether it was an E30, an E46, an E46 and so on to today, you've been looked up to as a person on the road. You are someone that knows what they're doing and knows what they're talking about, who has achieved so much in life. The BMW 335 is an amazing car. Anyone considering buying one, I think as an alternative to an M3, i.e. the new M3, I think it's a very, very good alternative. I think they're very good value for money, and so are these. And I think the point is, these cars have stacks of character, but the 335 has stacks of potential. Thanks again for watching, and I'm going to leave it here. It's a Sunday afternoon. We're in the centre of Milton Keynes. I've enjoyed this video. This is actually being edited by someone else. This video has not been edited by me for once. We've used all of their camera gear, all of their ideas, and these cars, obviously, they're not mine either. I'm excited about this video. I'm happy that I've done it, and this has been a great experience for me. Check out my other videos. Subscribe to me as well if you enjoyed watching this video. Check me out on Instagram as well, because I'm constantly posting stuff on there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'll be uploading a Q&A video in a couple of weeks' time, so check that out. If you've got any questions, just ask me, drop a line, a comment, or however you want to do it. Even get in contact with me on Instagram, and I'll answer all your questions as best I can in a Q&A video in a couple of weeks' time. So stay tuned for that. Also, check out these two videos. They're both good as well. And check out my channel. Got loads of videos, all car related. It's all good, fun stuff. Try to upload as often as I can. So check all that out, and I'll see you again soon, alright? Cheers.